Hey y'all, it's Bearcat. Today I'm gonna do a little review and some shooting on this little gun right here. This is a Browning. It's a 380, 1911. It's an 80% scale down of a full-size 1911. So it's pretty small. You can see. I know I got huge mitts, but kind of give you an idea. If this tells you anything, this knife's about 7.25 inches long overall length. So that's how much shorter the gun is. It's already been cleared, of course. Like I said, it's manufactured by Browning. All right, it's a 380. It's not like other firearms. Like, let's say, for instance, just an example, the SIG 938 or the Kimber Micro 9. They're very similar gun. They're very similar to a 1911, but they're not an actual 1911. This is a 1911. You can see that or not. Me kind of 1911. It's Browning. So the reason why I got this, I bought this for my wife. She's never been a gun person, so I've kind of had to ease her into shooting. And I tried different, Glocks and M&Ps and stuff like that. And she just wasn't quite ready for a large caliber. Tried a 40, tried a 9. But so I kind of had to go down to the smallest round that I could get that was still going to be effective for self-defense, and that was a 380. And I really wanted her to be training on the same platform that I train on, which would be 1911. And I found this, and this thing performs wonderfully. It's a very accurate, low recoil. It's large for a 380. It's bigger than it's larger than most 380s. There's not too many that are larger, but it's still small enough where I can throw it in a jean pocket, and it's easily concealed. And that size helps it manage the recoil very well. You've got plenty of grip to grab a hold to. Even with my large hands, I can get a decent grip on the gun. And for my wife, with her small hands, she gets an even better grip. So having that big full grip on a 380 and having a larger gun makes the recoil, awesome. She does very well with it. Yeah, I mean, I'll show you. This is all these parts are really small. They're not beefed up like they are on some other, guns, some smaller micro guns that are similar to a 1911. Those guns tend to have more beefier parts, but because this is an actual scale down, the parts are just smaller than they are on a full-size 1911, and it just makes them kind of small. And I'll talk about that, what that kind of means to me a little bit more. But as you can see, takedown pin's just the same. It runs through right here, just like on full-size 1911. You got a little plastic guide rod, but I'm not gonna take it completely apart. I mean, you can tell obviously it's 1911. This guy does have a bushing and recoil spring cap. Breaks down just like a full-size 1911. Now this is a shorter version. This was what I guess would be equivalent to like the Commander. So in this gun, they do make one that's a little bit longer, and they also make them with a rail. And I believe they make them two-tone now with a stainless slide and a black lower, black frame. This entire frame's polymer. So we got G10 grips that came on the gun. By the way, this is also, this gun is the Black Label edition. So I don't know if you can see. There you go. Black label. So I guess that means it's special. What makes that special is the G10 grips, the checkering in the polymer on the front, and ambi safety. And I believe that's pretty much it. Oh, the sights. You got these big white dot sights. These are pretty dang good sights. They remind me a lot of SIG, what SIG would put on their guns. So yeah, the sights, the grips, the ambi safety. That's kind of what makes it, a special package. Along with that checkering, I don't think the other guns have that front checkering. No. Look, it's trying to go. Trying to run away from me here. I'm going to put this thing back together. Let's see. And very simple. Just like a 1911. And there we go. So I bought this for my wife. I already told you that. To get her eased into it. She's gotten where she's pretty good and confident with this gun now. I might be getting close to moving her up to, say, a 9mm 1911. There's one thing I don't like about this gun. It's not that I don't like it. It just doesn't fit what I would typically, I have guns to use them and train with them, prepare for the fight. And this isn't a gun I really want to do that with. And the reason why is because I told you it's a scale down. You see how small, these parts are. I'm just afraid that under, in a harsh environment, under, stressful event, that these components might actually break. The gun doesn't seem like it's built to withstand a lot of abuse. And, I could be wrong on that. Only time will tell. But I don't want it to be an everyday carry. I want it to be something, I need to get her something that she can do whatever with. Something that's not going to tear up, period. And then I just kind of feel like, day after day of picking this gun up, putting it in a holster, putting it in a purse, putting it in the truck, whatever. I just worried that it might not hold up. As far as, but it hasn't failed me. I ran probably 500 rounds to this gun. Not the first malfunction, with all kinds of ammo, to include hollow points, aluminum case, all kinds of stuff. Not the first malfunction whatsoever. So it hasn't let me down. I'm just kind of skeptical of whether it will or not. As far as, and not like a cycling issue or a feeding issue or anything like that, but just something breaking. But I got my first child on the way. Yay me. So this is going to be, it's going to serve a wonderful purpose here in the future. And that will be a gun, a gun for children to learn firearms safety and to learn the 1911 platform on a round that they can manage on a frame that's small enough for them. So this is going to serve a good purpose. And it'll always be a gun that's accessible inside the house, in case my wife needs something, But other than that, it's a little tack driving son of a gun. So what I want to do is flip this around and shoot it a little bit. I can shoot this gun. I'll throw it in my pocket to go to the store because, here's your mags. They look just like 1911 mags, right? 8 round. You got 8 plus 1, you got 9 rounds of 380. Those 380s don't offer that type of capacity. I'll throw it in the pocket because I can literally, as much as I shoot 45s, 1911s chambered in 45 ACP, and with my size and my huge hands and my, my training, I can do a full mag dump on this gun quick. I would go as far to say as before someone could hit the ground. shoot them, and while they're falling, I'm dumping a whole mag before they touch the ground. So that's kind of why I care, because I get feeling like, you know, I don't really care for a 380 personally to carry. But if I could dump a whole mag like that, you know, if I can manage the recoil that well, then do a mag change, you know, and cover off on whatever else needs to be covered off on, you know, why not? Shit, 9 rounds of 380 and somebody's not gonna, you know, it's better than 2 rounds of 45 ACP all day. So, let's shoot. I'll show you how this thing runs. Give you a couple different angles, a couple different things I can do. We'll go ahead and throw a couple from right here. I'm seated, got a target directly in front of me. Let me show you what that looks like. And it took me a second to dial it in, but I started making a little hole. So let's see. So I'm gonna do a quick little mag dump just to show you, you know, at a close range. Let's say somebody walks up to my truck, or walks up to me in a convenience store, or in a parking lot, whatever, and I'm at a fairly close range like this right here. I just do a quick little mag dump just to show you, you know, how quick I can get rounds on with this gun, and you know, how quantity could play a big role with this. So you see that, how fast I ran those rounds out, and look where they landed. So hey, somebody's answering back. Apparently they don't like my shooting. Too bad we're in the country. And you can see I got a good berm, right? That's really all I got for you today. I'm not gonna do a whole lot of shooting. I'm gonna go over here and throw a mag in my AR in case this guy wants to get crazy. But that's it. That's my short little review on that Browning 380. It's a 1911. Could be a good option for you. It shoots well. You've seen it inside and out. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe. Please subscribe, like, share it, do whatever. Got a lot more coming to you. A lot more gun reviews, and just tons of stuff coming. So you guys just keep watching. Bearcat out.